Hello and welcome to Coffee Chat with me, Jody Misiak. Today I'm going to share tips on how to enjoy the holiday season, even if you have family that drive you crazy or stress you out. So grab your coffee, your tea, and come chat with me today. I am running a little late today, so I apologize. Our house has not caught, but we're healing colds, and my son was up a lot. So we all slept in this morning. So I had to center myself before coming on. So the holidays are fast approaching. You may be thinking, oh my goodness, it's not even December yet. Why are you talking about this? Well, a week from today, the United States is celebrating Thanksgiving. And then shortly after that, we are into December, Christmas parties, family get-togethers, the whole shebang. So I wanted to share this information with you as soon as possible so you could really. So I'm just trying to figure out what sound that is. I think it's outside. I wanted you to have this information so you could set yourself up and have a really successful holiday season this year. And there was a time not that long ago, maybe even a month, well, actually, it was a month, where I thought I would never share this information because I don't always have it together. I've had moments where I've gone to events and I come home and I'm crying and I'm frustrated and I feel exhausted and burnt out. However, I figured out what was missing. I found the missing link. Now, will this mean that I never have these moments again? Of course not, especially if I don't take these steps. But I discovered what steps are necessary. Now, for me, hopefully you can tweak them to work for you. But I discovered the missing link of going out into environments that maybe people don't have the same interests as you. They don't have the same positive personality or outlook on life that you do. And then it's what people would call energy vampires. And so it's about keeping things centered in you. So then you can go out there and then you don't get triggered and all those fun things. So let me get into it. I have a little toddler that wants snuggles after this, so hopefully I won't go on too long. But I do really want to show up and give you this information. So first off, it's about the first step really is about awareness. What people or events trigger you, or it's not even triggering you, but say you're in a really positive state, positive vibe, you're doing good, and all of a sudden you just feel the energy taken away from being around a certain person or event. Awareness, the first step, is so important, even just being aware. So I mentioned that I went to an event and I came home crying. I cried to my husband and I had a good cry. Clearly I needed to cry, but something also was bothering me. And I talked it out with him. And it turns out that I just didn't feel loved and appreciated in this room of people. I felt that I walked away not knowing what was going on. I actually just got news that my blog was published in a magazine and I didn't share that information with anybody. And these are people in a room that I love. And I just didn't feel that love back. So I realized it was all on me. Like, the great news is about being in this state of empowerment is that I don't blame other people for feeling this way. I was like, what do I need to do to change this? And I realized that I wasn't giving myself the love I was looking for in others. The cool thing is, the only love that we have any say in, any say, is our own. When we don't feel loved or appreciated, even if they are people that love us, that we've grown up with, and we just feel like they should be excited about our life and our accomplishments. Not saying that they shouldn't be. But when I felt like that sense of loss and really I felt really upset, I looked within and I was like, okay, I need to send myself that love. So what did I do different? Because here's the truth. I just went, so a month ago when I had this complete, I don't want to use the word meltdown, but this complete realization and heart conversation with myself, a soul talk. So that was a month ago. I hung out with the same people just this weekend. I did not, like, I actually had a really, really amazing time. So I'm going to share all the steps that I took. And then hopefully you can take those, whatever feels right to you, and work them into your routine. Because yes, it's a routine like brushing your teeth. It really is. And yeah, there's some really good things that we could be doing instead of just, not instead, but also aside, along with brushing our teeth. So first off, I said awareness. Awareness is the biggest one. If you don't know who or what is, kind of taking your energy or making you feel less worthy than you are, then it's really hard. So the first step, if you don't know, is becoming aware. Just be mindful. Be mindful of how your energy feels around people, how your attitude is, and really just focus on and being mindful of things that are around you in the holiday season. The second one is, and the second one, it has a lot of steps actually, is create inner peace. And this is why I'm sharing these tips with you today, is because you can really mold this to what needs to be at the end, like depending on when you celebrate your holidays, really. So, but for us, it's about a month, just over a month away. So it's really it's really about creating the sense of inner peace and to have inner peace. So it's about looking at your self-love practice. Are you filling your cup up on a daily basis with self-care activities and just with activities that keep you centered? So meditation, tapping, so emotional freedom technique, and visualization, journaling, going for walks. So walking meditation is wonderful. And shower meditations are really good too. I love those, especially for a busy mom with 2 young kids. I find those are one of the most amazing places. But it's just keeping that self-love practice and those self-care activities throughout is like the foundation to help you create inner peace. Journaling on the moments that stress you out around family, friends, office parties, whatever it may be that is causing you stress, is journaling. I didn't have my journal nearby. In fact, I should have had it, and I could have probably saved my husband from having so many tears. But sometimes crying is one of the best ways to let those emotions out too. So if you cry and you have those moments, it's okay. So inner peace. So it's really getting focused and clear on who you are, and really connected to your inner guidance, your inner being. So when you show up in a room full of people that may, test who you are, or, just put that stress of who they are on you, their beliefs. Like some people, they like to share their beliefs, and they don't just say, hey, like this and that. Like they share it, like you're wearing their beliefs. And when your inner peace, when you're connected to yourself and you just have this sense of who you are, it's okay if they're spewing their beliefs on you. It doesn't matter. It's their beliefs. They don't get you. They don't like attach to you because you got like this awesome thing going on. So, oops, sorry guys, my notes. Okay. Moving a little bit. Sorry guys. Okay. So, I mentioned getting centered. So what happens before we go anywhere? Now, I am a mom of 2 young kids. Usually I sometimes skip lunch. I I'm like, because I want to, I want to get my hair done, or do my hair, put some makeup on. I have an amazing husband, so he helps get the kids ready while I get myself ready. But usually I skip something like food, which is not a great idea either. Being hungry around people that may test my buttons is not good. Um, so what does this look like? This time, like, so sometimes you're rushing out the door, so here, like, I even just took a breath there. It's even as simple as taking a breath before you go to the event you're going to. Just, it's being really mindful of what do you do to get out the door for these events? Are you like running? Like, I know usually we wait till our son gets up and then I'm packing his bag, or it's just, it seems very stressful getting out the door sometimes. And if you're already stressed heading out the door, you're just going to bring that stress with you. So it's not on the other people at all. It's that you come into a room of stress. And here's a true fact. Leading up to this event that I went to on the weekend, I was stressing myself out. I was stressing myself. I had like the pain in the stomach kind of stress, where I was afraid of what would happen because of the last time I got together with these people. That really made me feel not how I wanted to feel. And here's another tip right here. Stop anticipating what's going to happen, even if something has happened in the past or has happened every single time. Stop anticipating that the same people are going to do the same thing over and over, because what we focus on expands, and our thoughts really do create our reality. And it's really important to set awesome intentions. And I'm not saying that you have to be like, everybody's going to be awesome and nice to me. It's what I did when I caught myself, because I'm like, why am I doing this to myself? I haven't even gone yet. I almost wanted to not go. And I was like, no, I really do want to go. So I almost talked myself out of something I enjoyed fully and amazingly, because I already thought the worst out of an event. And so it's about setting your intentions. And what did I do? I set the intention that I was just going to come, have fun, be me, like just embrace who I am fully. Doesn't matter what other people think of me, because the funny thing is, there's an awesome quote that I love. It doesn't matter, or what people think of you is none of your business. It really isn't. And it's not about you at all, what other people think of you. If they think you're crazy and wacko, then that's something that they need to work on. If you love who you are and you're fully authentic and you just can embrace it, embrace who you are, it doesn't matter what other people think. So I set the intention to have fun, to not stress about things. So like I was just like, let's keep it easy and fun. Actually, I didn't put any negatives in there. So I actually said to have fun, to be who I am, and to show up authentically as myself. That's what I said. I set the intentions. So awareness, setting the intentions, getting inner peace, inner calm, connectedness to yourself. And then the next step, the step that I know is super important and I usually forget to do, except this time I did. I took time. If I can take time to put makeup on, to get dressed and do my hair, I have time to find 5 to 10 minutes to really get centered. So what did I do? I meditated. I meditated for 10 minutes. And because the last time I was in this area, I meditated on knowing that I was enough, that I am loved. I was actually going to meditate on fear. And I was like, no, let's go to the actual problem. Because I thought like fear was part of it. And actually after I meditated on just being worthy enough and just showing up and knowing that I'm amazing, I felt really good and I felt very centered. Tapping is another really great thing. Sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't. And it's really just having that practice in place. And I also ate. I ate a really good breakfast. And because I am doing a sexy lifestyle and I didn't want to overindulge in things that make me feel less sexy, I actually made up a smoothie packed with veggies to take on the road and to drink while I was there, so I wouldn't be super hungry at supper and eat. So it's just setting those things in place. I also then could work on my hangry. I get hungry and like when I get hungry, I get angry. So it really is about just kind of having everything in place. And let me tell you, like I did get a little stressed. I'm like, oh, we're leaving a half hour later than normal. And I was building up that stress that usually happens when I go out the door. And then we got in the car. I'm like, okay, really? We're only leaving half an hour later than I would have liked. That's really good for us. And I really got centered in the car on the way there. And let me tell you, it was amazing. Was everybody, asking me about how I was or things? No, but I didn't care. I just was in the moment enjoying the people I was with, because that's what we're there for, to enjoy people, to really be in the moment. And it was a really good time. If there was negative talk, I don't even know if there was, because I was so centered on being, and my intention was to be happy, that none of those things mattered to me. And I did hear some talk now and then, but I just shifted my focus and moved on to happier things. So it wasn't about glossing over things, but when we're in this state of positive energy, when we're centered, when we are, we've relieved the stress, it doesn't come in like it normally does. We're not like a stress magnet anymore. We're a joy, a positive, peaceful magnet. And it's really incredible when you can stay there. So I really want to emphasize on the routine of getting out the door. It doesn't have to be perfect. Oh my goodness, our routine was not perfect. I did take that time that my son was napping, though, to have lunch first, then get us ready to go. Usually it's get ready to go, then eat lunch. So it's about tweaking your routine a little bit to fully utilize your strengths and to help you with your weaknesses. So knowing that I normally, put eating last and then I usually skip it is not a good thing. And staying calm, or like realizing when I was like, stressing because we weren't getting out the door. It's like, take a breath in those moments of stress. Life is going to life happens, stress happens. Take a breath. It's okay. It's okay. Even when people are on the road and they're driving and passing us like crazy, I'm like, that's okay. They need to be somewhere faster than we do. It's okay. I just want to get there safely. And, for 5 minutes later than I would have liked to be, or 10, that's okay. So it's really this peacefulness. And then also, because I was centered and calm, my kids were more centered and calm. I mean, they didn't run around and like scream and have a good time like kids do. No, but entering into the event, they were more calm and more centered because I was. They feed off of our energy. So it really builds. So I hope this has helped. I have gone over a little longer than I would have liked, but there's so many things in here that hopefully will help you. And it really is taking 5-10 minutes before going somewhere to really just get centered. Now, if you need a little help where you connect the self-love, I think I mentioned it last coffee chat, but I've actually put together 12 days of self-love. It's a free event, and it literally gets delivered right to your email box December 10th. And it's taking 10-15 minutes a day to really do these things, to really know who you are, get centered. So then it ends on the 22nd, I believe. So right before, a lot of the holiday stuff really takes form. So Maybe not all, but some of them. And even if you do one or two before an event, it is really helpful to take time for you. So it's really about making time for you before you do anything so that you can stay centered. This actually works for work as well. Taking 5-10 minutes before a work day. And I know that can be challenging because I too was late today doing this coffee chat because we had to get my daughter to school and I had to, my husband and I juggle things. So I was spending time with my son before, like, while my husband went and dropped off my daughter. So it's just, life happens, but it's taking time. Like, I actually could have came and pressed live or a little earlier, but I wanted to get centered before I jumped on with you. We always show up so much better, not better, so much more ourselves when we are fully centered on who we are. I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful day and week. And if you are in the States, I want to wish you a happy, happy Thanksgiving next week. And I just wish you all the best. And if you're in California, near the fires, the wildfires, or even in the areas that are affected where you can't go outside to play, and the air quality is bad, I am sending you guys so much love. You don't like, you're in my heart, constantly thinking of you guys. So I wish you all the best, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Bye for now.